Thank you for joining us wherever you are. This podcast episode is brought to you by the Old Ways Actual Play team. This actual play uses the RuneQuest rules by Chaosium Incorporated. This actual play is performed by adults and in an adult setting. Strong language, mature scenes, and rune magics are on the way. As this is our Glorantha, we will remind listeners that it may vary from the one you already know and love. And now, on to the show. Thank you for joining us again on another episode of the Always Podcast. I am your storyteller this evening, Michael Diamond. My pronouns are he, him, and we are back in the world of Glorantha, playing RuneQuest with our Adventures in Dragon Pass series. We'd like to welcome you in. We'd like to give a special warm welcome to our Patreon supporters, which you can join over at patreon.com/theoldwayspodcast. We also are on YouTube. You can check us out there. And we're over on Twitch. So come see and hear us, get up to all sorts of weird shenanigans, and have tons of fun over there, over at the twitch.tv/theoldwaystwitch. And now I will get to player and character introductions, which will begin to my right.
Hi, everybody. I'm Heather. I play Lysana of the Heraborn. I keep wanting to say Cliff Shield, and that's not the case anymore. My pronouns are she, her, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out under the cover of night.
Yeah, absolutely. Night has befallen us, and wagons are continuing to move. And next to Lysana.
This is Jake playing Vargast, son of Gordanger. And we are going to have a wonderful little nighttime stroll through the squeeze, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to find out what happens exactly in the squeeze. Next to Vargast.
Hi, this is James, and I'll be playing Finn, the silent and stoic, ever serious. And this will be the first time that he has enjoyed a night squeeze that didn't involve a squirrel.
Yeah, you make friends in the strangest places in here in Glorantha. Next to Finn.
Hi, this is Morgan, and I play Alara. Our pronouns are she, her, and Alara is an initiate of the cult Marangor, or the goddess Marangor. And last episode, you caught me shaking the earth to ensure we could get away from the Lunars. The dirty, dirty Lunars.
Why are they dirty exactly? Are they unkempt? Usually the Lunar is pretty well. Usually they're pretty well.
It's on the inside, their hearts.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that they'll speak to the Seven Mothers about it. And last, but most certainly not least.
Hi, this is Rena. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Faisal, any and all pronouns, initiate of Humacht and Heller. And I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you and Luke Skywalker both. So we are going to part the veil this evening as 7 wagons churn ever forward. They do so at the behest of the caravan leader, who you've spoken with several times and who you know as Astra the Swift. He is praying to Isaris, to Ronalda. He is praying to Orlanth. You can hear these utterances near one of the wagons. He is imploring the gods to be with all of you and them as the precious cargo rattles forward. And it really begins probably just a few moments after you get into what they call the squeeze. It's dark enough now where it's very difficult to see too much past torches. And so as caravan guards, what I'd like to know is who's in front, who's in back, and who's in the middle, just for, we'll say, clarity purposes.
I guess I'll be in front.
Okay.
Faisal's in the middle, like before.
Okay.
Lysana would take a position probably somewhere between Vargast and Faisal. Best place to be.
I'm in the back, like before.
Mm-hmm.
Finn has found a area on a buckboard or a higher up part of one of the wagons so he can keep an eye out.
Okay. So, Vargas, in the lead, you're having to make the path. you're the first steps into the squeeze. And you very quickly realize that it's aptly named. The sides of the mountainous terrain here come in very sharply. And you have to begin to slow your path forward. So much so that the wagons begin to crawl over that craggy, rocky terrain. You're having to do double duty, not only being the guide, but you're having to use your God's given strength to move rocks out of the way that have fallen from some of these upper spaces, because there's no way the wagons will be able to get around them. And it's not about rolls per se to see if you succeed. These are simple tasks that any adult could easily do. It's not about that. It's about the amount of attention that you have to pay to everything. Your attention is divided 3 different ways. And what it does is it begins to slowly turn up the internal pressure on your brain, because you can't see very far in front of you, because you're having to look for rocks. You're having to caution back to the horses. At one point you have to, reach out for the horse's bridle and just ease it slow, be careful. And so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you make a listen roll.
All right, I want to use my air rune.
Okay.
To listen on the wind.
You would like to call on your air rune, so yes. You can certainly roll your runic inspiration.
That will be 73 under 90.
Okay, so that's a success. Add 20% to your listen roll.
Let's see, that's close. That'll be 51 under 60.
Okay. You hear something higher up on the rocks. You make out what sounds like something moving around up there. So this would be up and probably to your right. I say probably because the thing that you're encountering more than the rest of your group is you're encountering the beginning of the echoes that go on in this space, because sound is beginning to bounce between the 2 different walls here. And so it starts to get difficult to make out which side they're on.
Okay.
But you hear something up there.
All right. I want to fall back to the driver of the lead horse, or lead carriage.
Yep.
And let him know that there's something up on top moving around. I don't know which side. Pass it along.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, their voices begin to get raised. The rest of the group hears that Lysana first, and then Faisal, you start hearing things from the caravan drivers about, there might be something above us. Keep your eyes peeled. Everybody keep looking. They do have some other caravan workers, but all of you know that these caravan workers are mostly simple traders. They're not warriors by any means. They probably have been through some skirmishes, some difficulties, but they're not armsmen by any means.
Right. So they'll be of limited use.
They would be some limited use, yes. Some. Do you return then to the front?
Yes.
Okay. So your movement goes from essentially half based on the trail to about a quarter. That's how far you're having to scale back what you're doing. The entire caravan isn't yet even within the squeeze at this point. 7 wagons is an awful big caravan for what you're using. It's at this point, as we get deeper and deeper in, I'll offer listen rolls to the rest of the group to see if they can make out what the sound is or where it's coming from.
I'd actually like to use my earth rune. Lysana, when she hears, would probably stop and kind of plant herself, fingers down into the earth, to try to enhance, maybe not necessarily what she's hearing, but to feel vibrations, or to try to kind of extend herself outward to kind of get a feel for it. So it's works at least in some kind of synchronicity with whatever she's trying to listen from the auditory.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great.
And that is a 33 under 65 for the earth rune.
Okay, yeah, so plus 20 to your listen. Feel the vibration. Feel the beat of the tambourine.
Absolutely. It'd be nice if they had tambourines. It'd make it a lot easier.
I mean, there might be one here. Did you know that Finn keeps a tambourine?
When he plays it, it signals other things, generally with the squirrels. So, let's see.
That and cowbell.
Oh, and there's never enough cowbell for
That's
Finn.
right.
So that is a 40 under 45. I'm trying to remember what the 20%. Yes. So that is a 40 under 45.
Okay. Yeah, you make out roughly the same thing.
Okay.
As you move forward, you realize that there is likely something moving around above you. The rest of the caravan gets into the squeeze. So at the back end now, if other people have rolled, listen, I'm happy to hear their rolls as well.
I failed.
Okay.
85 over 35.
Yep, that's a failure.
47 over 42.
Also a failure.
90 over 50.
The wagons continue to tick forward. There are sounds that begin to get wrapped up. At this point, it's not a question of whether or not you've made a listen roll. You begin hearing scratching. It would sound like skittering. Perhaps it's claws. Or maybe it's just a branch up there high atop that's scraping around on the rocks. Whatever it is, though, it's unnerving. Any difference? Any change in direction?
No, but I make sure I've got my shield equipped, my helmet on, all that sort of thing. So I am ready to go.
You must have checked your chin strap 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
Finn finds his sling, drops a rock in the pocket, and waits.
There are more than enough rocks in here too, so you got ammo for days if that's what you're looking for. Okay. Now the fun begins. So, because it's important to know whether or not you've managed to decipher it before it happens, what I would like our party to do is I would like you to make for me a search roll. You're going to be at a minus 20% penalty to this because of the darkness. So, sorry, scan.
Still at the minus 20.
Yep.
This is going to take a miracle. And that is definitely not the miracle. So, since I had 5% chance. So, that is a 95 over 5. So, no.
Okay, you're good. So 96 and up is the fumble, so you're okay by 1 point.
43 over 10 for me.
Okay, fair enough.
67 over 15.
Okay.
38 over 20.
15 over 5.
15 over 5. That's at least close.
This isn't horseshoes.
No, but it might be hand grenades.
Alara, get in on that. That's your area of expertise.
Let's blast Earth so we can see in front of us.
There's fire involved. It's absolutely your circle.
Varcast, you hear a whistle.
Oh, man.
And it's not a whistle like someone whistling.
Mhm.
It is a whistle like something going through the air. And you hear it for a split second before something hits you in the arm. The left arm, to be specific. You get shot.
It's okay. Chicks dig scars.
Well, you're going to have one. Oh, that's not too bad. 10. No, I'm kidding. So take 3 damage.
All right, my armor takes that.
Okay. So we got to keep track of
Right.
how much armor you have is damaged. So I'm going to say, because of positioning, Lysana sees this first. An arrow comes in at a really strange angle, and it hits Vargast in the left shoulder, like the left arm. And it bites into the armor. It doesn't bite through the armor, right? So there's no damage directly to you as the person. But there's a definite smack. And before anything else happens, I have a few more rolls I need to make. Faisal, an arrow sails over your head. But when I say over, I mean like less than, say, 5 or 6 inches. And interesting. What kind of armor are you wearing, Lysana?
Armor?
Yeah, armor. Any type
armor?
of armor, yes.
Armor? Question mark?
Oh, okay. So I'm going to shoot you, and I'm going to deal 2 hit points worth of damage to your left arm. You
Yeah.
also get shot.
And unfortunately, my good looks do not stop the arrow in its tracks.
You could probably talk someone out of shooting you, but you'd have to see them first.
Yes. Or they'd have to at least see my ample assets.
That's right.
Whichever works.
Well, I mean, given the firelight. Okay. So let's talk about strike ranks. So the stage here is essentially you are being fired at from a superior position. You cannot see your opponent at this point. So I'll simply ask you to go through the process of figuring out what y'all want to do. So we get to declare our actions. So that could be anything from spirit magic spells. It could be rune magic spells. That's really what we got to do first. So we make our statements of intent.
I want to try to throw the torch I'm carrying
Okay.
up to the top of the cliff.
So can I alter the arc of that a little bit? The top of the cliff is further than you can throw,
Okay.
but you certainly could pitch the torch in the direction you believe you're being shot at from,
Right.
in hopes of illuminating your quarry.
Okay. That's what I want to do.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Lysana, yes, I am going to cast Second Sight. I can reach up to 50 meters away.
Mhm.
It will allow me to view the POW aura of living beings and spirits and gauge their relative strength. So
Yeah, sure
I
will.
shall be hopefully able to do what Vargas's torch probably can't.
Perhaps. Is that a spirit magic spell?
That is a spirit magic spell
Okay.
that actually costs 3 magic points, and
Okay.
I shall remove those from my list.
All right. Next statement of intent.
Finn is going to hunker down a bit, make himself less of a target to people who apparently can see us, though we can't see them, and wait for them to give themselves away a bit more.
Okay. So you're going to hide.
Funk yeah.
So I'm going to give you an opportunity then to make a roll for it, because that seems to be reasonable. It's a skill roll. I'll let you know when you get... What's your dex strike rank? It's just a skill roll.
Oh, yes. 1.
Okay. So you'll end up going on strike rank 1 because you're just going to use a skill. Cool. Next.
My intent is to climb up the pass.
Okay.
Because we just entered the pass, right?
Yeah,
And
basically.
Shit went down, so I'm at the back. I'd like to climb up the pass.
Okay. You're going to utilize your amazing climbing ability, as we all know. And then because it is your action, then I will also ask, what are you having Arcat do? If you are, well, or if you are going to try to get Arcat to do anything.
I'm going to ask him to come with me.
Okay. He he just begrudgingly kind of cat shrugs to you and follows you.
Be like, I'll get you, big fish. And so my strike rank modifier for my dex, and do you need my size strike rank as well?
I don't think so. The way
Just the dex one?
Yeah, the way I'm treating just basic skill use is you're going to be able to use the skill as fast as you can, which is how fast can you move?
Okay. My strike rank for my dex is 3.
Okay.
Is it considered a movement, or is it still a...
Yeah, it is technically a movement, but I suppose technically it would go on your dex strike rank plus however many...
How many meters? How many meters?
set of 3 meters you're going to move. So how many meters can you move?
Well, my movement rate is 8, so is each 3 meters 1 movement, or...
I say, as the storyteller, that 8 is the total meters that you can move in a round. If you're just moving rather than
Yeah, I'd have to be a giant to do like,
Right.
3 meters at once. Okay, so I'll do 2, so that'll give me a strike rank of 5.
Okay, so on the spirit magic, then I'm gonna go with Blade Sharp for when we encounter someone that I can get to physically, because I can't see anybody at the moment, and that's going to be one of my best assets.
Cool. Love it. So Blade Sharp is a spirit magic spell.
Mm-hmm.
Your dex strength rank is 1.
Okay.
So it goes on 1 and that of the weapon or spell. Okay, so your dex strength rank is 1, and then strength rank modifies it to a 6 total because you are preparing a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll go on 6.
Okay.
Okay, so you're all prepared, and then I will just say that we'll start with Finn at strength rank 1, and you can go ahead and give me your skill roll for essentially hiding, becoming one with the shadows. Oh, and if I could ask, James, what's Finn's darkness rune? No reason.
Finn has 0 in a darkness ring.
Okay, cool.
Not a being of darkness.
So yeah, go ahead and give us that skill roll.
Say 40 over 20.
Okay. So I'll ask you sort of a complex question. Are you trying to hide and move silently at the same time? Or are you just hiding?
At the moment, since I assumed he was on the wagon anyway, he's just hiding.
Cool. Okay. That's strike rank 1. So 2, Vargas, you throw your torch. What I'd like you to do is make a throw roll if you have the skill throw, or make me a strength times 5 roll.
Okay. I'll be making a strength times 5.
I figured you might.
I'm kind of good at that.
You are.
Okay, so that's 63 under 85.
Okay. You pitch it in the direction you got shot at from, and the caravan, anybody who's here sees basically this sort of rainbow arc of flame land. I'd say probably a good 15 or so meters up onto the wall of the space there. And you certainly see people, at least one figure, react to it. Like you see it, not from the constant light that the torch gives off, but when it hits, sparks and embers go all over the place. Right? And when they do, there's definitely movement over there. At least 2 figures there that you count. And so they will be visible until, or I would say they'll be slightly visible until the end of the round. And so we'll go to Alara on strike rank 3. Alara and Arcat.
So I'm going to call in the Earth Rune.
Do it.
As I am trying to climb up this very steep pass, cliff, something on the side here in the dark, no less.
That's right.
Because I don't have I'm not carrying a torch. And so I, oh, Earth Mother, Ernalda, and Marangor, and whoever the hell else can help me right now. I just need to. All right, well, I failed that roll, so it doesn't matter. So now I'm going to roll like one.
About your failure.
I got a 97 over 65.
Oh, so that's a fumble.
I think it was a 97. Yes, it was a 97.
So 97 over what?
65.
Oh, okay, sorry, not a fumble. Definitely a failure. But before you fail, I'm going to do something about that. Because I like to do something about that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Hand of Fate for you. And I'm going to ask you, the player, Morgan, what is your darkness rune?
10.
Okay. So go ahead and re-roll. And when you do, I'm going to have you raise your darkness rune to 25%.
Like forever?
Mm-hmm.
Like it can stay 25% forever?
Well, it might go up, but who knows?
Oh, that's really awesome. Okay, so I can re-roll to see if I get my Earth Rune.
Yeah. You bet.
For RuneQuest. Oh. I need to switch. I got a 93 over 65, but I'll raise my Earth Rune to my Darkness Rune to 25, which is awesome.
You got to just pitch them out the window.
I'm gonna just I need new fucking dice.
So you don't get inspired. But something happens. So when you fail an inspiration roll, there is a secondary effect that happens. And it's important because when you fail to be inspired by the rune, you can fall potentially into despair, which is a terrible, nasty thing. Okay, so it was not a fumble, so that is good. On a failure, the adventurer subtracts 20% from all further rolls using that rune until they can spend a day meditating on that rune. So you're minus 20 to your earth rune because you failed to be inspired by it. On a fumble, you immediately lose a 1d10% from the rune, and you go into psychic turmoil. So don't fumble your inspiration rolls, kiddos.
So, do I still lose minus 20 to that until I can meditate?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you bet.
Okay. But can I roll climb?
You certainly can.
Can I roll climb now? Hallelujah. All right. I got a 17 under 57.
17 or 57 sounds like a success to me. Okay, so you begin to climb. And so a successful climb roll allows you to climb a 5-meter wall, a 15-meter slope up to 75 degrees or less, which I would say that this is, or a thickly branched tree. So we don't have to worry about specials because you can get one, and that's okay. So you are essentially going to begin climbing, hand over hand and foot over foot as necessary. Our cat is with you. He is complaining the entire way. He doesn't understand what you're doing.
Big whiny baby. Come on.
And that is your action. Okay. Fantastic. So that will go to Faisal on 6.
With my magic.
Mm-hmm. Give us the magic.
So I'm casting Blade Sharp on my sword, which will give me 5% to hit, plus 5% to hit, and plus 1 damage per point spent to an edged weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm spending 5 points. So that'll give me an additional 5 damage to anything I hit.
Love it. You got to just spend the magic points for it. Blade Sharp is one of the most traditional RuneQuest spells there is. Because it makes you better at putting the sharp end in the other person. Okay. That is your action. And we'll wrap things up with Lysana, who is going to hopefully enlighten herself as to where all these auras are.
Yep. So she will bring herself down in a crouch and close her eyes, reach out herself, Arnalda, please give me sight beyond sight, and turn to approximately where she was hearing the sounds and open her eyes and scan utilizing second sight.
Okay. So that is a 3-point spell.
It is.
Allows you a person to view the power aura of living being and engage their relative strength. So I like that I like the use of this spell specifically because we're kind of sort of, I wouldn't say softly abusing the perception rules, but it is a cool way to find people in the dark. Because really what you're doing is looking for auras. You're not looking for people specifically. I'm looking for their aura.
Yep. I'm looking for the glow.
Yes.
Do they have the glow?
Yes, the soul glow, as we would say.
So,
So the game master should tell the player whether the POW auras of the viewed creatures are much lower than the POW of the caster, within 5 points or not. If there are any creatures within the range, it is difficult for the caster to determine the POW of each. So if there are many. I would not say that there are many, but I would say that there are a handful.
Mm-hmm.
So this is ranged. What range?
The range is 50 meters.
Okay. Yeah, they're all within 50 meters. So you look to your left and you see that there are 3 figures, 3 auras on your left. And you look to the right to scan the other side of the squeeze and you see that there are 2 more. Unless you're going to concentrate, I'm not necessarily going to give you the POW ratings on them. But they certainly have a POW rating. So there's definitely a presence there.
Well, right now, she's a lover, not a fighter. And there are at least 3 others in the party that are fighters. So I'm going to take probably at least the next action or two, and this is her contribution to it. So the more I know, the more I will basically be calling out to you, Varghast. Not too loudly, but just kind of whatever I see, I'm going to be like whispering out to you, and Faisal probably behind, since I think Faisal's still close behind me. So the two of you will hear. I'm just going to start counting this out and saying, there are 3 on this side, there are this many on this side, and I'm just going to start basically whispering out troop movements as much as possible to them.
Yeah, no, I mean, the cool part about the spell description is it specifically talks about using it to find people in the dark. There is a caveat, of course, and that is that you can't really do like combat real well while you're doing this, because you're concentrating real hard.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I already have an arrow in one arm, so I'm just going to. I'm giving the information that I can, because this is what I can do at this moment. I need to be a lot closer to do anything that she can do.
I need to make a couple rolls over here.
Okay. You said there were 3 on one side, and what was it? 3 to 4 on the other?
There's 3 on the left side and 2 on the right. There are 5 total combatants as far as you can see. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
Hopefully in my favor.
No, they're rolling. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that. You get shot at again,
Okay.
and this time you sort of kind of half see it coming, because in the embers and flames that are there, one of these figures that moved away from your torch shoots back at you, and his arrow goes wide. Just you don't have to much as step out of the way to make sure you don't get hit with that. Alara, you get shot at. You hear it because it passes by you, like over your left shoulder. It misses you by inches. And Finn, I can't shoot you because you're hiding, and I'm very upset about that. I want you to know that.
No, I understand.
But what I have to deal with now is a fumble, because fumbles are fun. All right, so a 90 is attack, hit nearest friend, hit self if no friend near, do full possible damage. In the fray, you hear a scream from up top, a terrified, painful scream. You're not terribly sure exactly who it was, but somebody up there got hurt. Not that you care, probably, but oh, okay. And full damage is 7 damage from a short bow. So somebody gets shot. Oh, I should find out where they get shot at, because that would be fun too.
The head.
I'm going to see a
Yes,
wave.
it was the head.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I'm definitely going to see a waver in at least one person's aura up there.
yeah. So you see something terrifying, Lysana.
Okay.
You see an aura like fall from the rocks. And you see it waver, and that person falls forward. And they fall off the side of the wall, like this ravine wall. And they hit the ground with a bone-crunching smack.
And that's from the left side or the right side?
That is from the right side. Sorry, left side.
Okay.
Left side. The
I'm
side that
keeping track.
the side that Varghast threw his torch at. Now it's 2 and 2 now.
That's 2 on the right, now 2 on the left.
Okay, so that was their first actions, and now I'll get to their second shots, because as they have bows, they can reload and shoot again. Those of you who have bows know what this is like. Let's see, I can't see Finn, so I'll just simply roll a d4 and see who gets targeted. Okay. That's Faisal. And that's going to probably hit you. There's no armor class, it's just based on skill. And I have to take in the darkness penalty that they have, because they're a little bit in the dark. Luckily for them, the entire caravan is here and it's somewhat lit up, so they do have some references. All right, you're going to take an arrow to the leg, the right leg.
Oh, there goes your adventuring career.
That's right. No more adventuring for you. You take 3 damage. An arrow pierces your... It sort of skips, really, like right off your right leg, and you feel the arrowhead penetrate and sort of dig. Like imagine the arrowhead hits at the left side of your right leg and then just steers around through the flesh and eventually deposits.
Does my armor not soak that?
It can.
I've got greaves on
Okay. How many armor
and
points?
braces. Let's see, 5, I think.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then yeah.
Yeah, +5.
Fabulous. Then it soaks it. This time. Alrighty. So that is... We're at the end of the first round here. That is definitely a hit. And I'm going to make Faisal into a pincushion. That's right leg again.
Oh, God.
This is getting through that armor probably. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 3 points of damage. So anything that you don't have soak for, you will take...
1.
Yep. So that arrow does get through. And then one last arrow roll. Okay, yeah, that's a miss. Alrighty, so we will now do our bookkeeping as the round is over. And so you'll make sure you make any adjustments to hit points or armor points, rune magic, magic point spells, etc. And then we will go back to statements of intent. We will ask people what they are doing.
Lysana continues to concentrate, this time trying to really hone in on the strength and capabilities, whatever she can get information-wise, with the 2 and 2, and continue to point out, relay that information to both Varghast and Faisal as much as possible, and they can pass that on. So if anybody moves or starts to scramble away or whatever, she is basically the eyes on the ground.
Cool, love it. All right, so you'll stay basically on your same. You'll be on your dex strike ring, which I think is 2. So you're not. I'm giving you that so that way, if you want to take a movement action, like say I'm going to get to cover, or I'm gonna, because you could probably take some wagon cover to stay out of missile fire if you wanted to, and still be looking around.
If she's able to move at all, it would be slow, as she's really focused her vision on them, on keeping track of these. So it would be a very slow movement, probably back towards cover, but at a pace that she could continue her concentration and keeping her eyes on the movement, on the aboves.
Gotcha. All right. Statement intent. Varghast?
I'm going to have to drop my spear so I can climb the wall on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to do.
You're going to drop your spear?
Yeah.
That's a first. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be...
That's why I carry a broadsword.
That's right. It's dex strike rank for you, so that way
2,
you can...
yeah.
2? Okay, so on 2, you can make your climb roll. Finn?
From his hidden vantage point, Finn is going to use a rune spell, illusionary sight.
Okay.
And he's going to use 3 points, and it's going to be a fog that surrounds the caravan and the people that are on it.
Okay. So illusionary sight, and you're attempting to affect them?
Yeah, I'm cloaking the caravan itself and the people that are on it in as much fog as I can make them see.
Okay. It's a rune magic spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to go off
And
on 1.
if I would like to use my illusion rune for runic inspiration on that.
Okay,
if you
so
don't mind.
we will do that when we get to you
Yep.
after all the statements of intent. Certainly happy to do that.
Groovy.
So, Alara.
I'm still climbing.
Yep, you need one more climb roll, and then we can talk about you getting into some, well, say getting physical.
Let's get physical. You knew I was going to do
I
it.
did. Specifically. And then Rena.
Faisal's going to climb as well because they're not coming down here. We're going up to them.
Sounds good to me. Dex strike rank then. Is it 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Rune magic always goes first. And so Finn, give us your runic inspiration. How are you attempting to be inspired? By what rune?
I figure my illusion rune would work, probably would work the best here. As Finn reaches out to the will of Ermal to cloud the eyes of these poor bastards.
Okay.
59 under 80.
That's plus 20 to your... Is it a power roll? Is it a...
It's a power roll, I do believe.
It's a power roll. Okay. So your power times 5. And then you're up 20.
Yep.
What's your power?
My POW is 55. I mean, it's a POW of 11, so
Yeah, so now it's 75 or under for a success.
I rolled a 5.
Oh. So by my reference chart here, you rolled a what?
A 5.
Okay. So that is a special on your spell.
Yay.
You smell something when you cast this. Actually, you all do. You all smell the deepest, strongest skunk weed you have ever smelled.
Oh, yeah.
It is pervasive. It is if someone specifically grew this to be smelly. And there is a cloud, you think, of it above the caravan. It's clinging. Yeah, I mean, it's as if an entire concert goers, group of concert goers had been deployed above the caravan, and several very special bags were being utilized.
A voice next to Faisal from Finn's hiding spot. I wouldn't breathe too deeply.
Okay. So that is on 1. It will have some effects as the round continues. I got a lot of people on 2, so I'm just going to go from the top to the bottom. So, Lysana, are you moving it all on 2?
Lysana would probably very, very slowly. I don't know how far I can actually get without breaking contact. Because she's basically kind of like reaching her feet back, kind of making sure she's not bumping into anyone or anything. So she'll probably start the slow crawl backwards towards a little bit more cover. But the main focus is still on the... hopefully those are dirty Lunars and we're not firing at our own people.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Hey, they shot first. I don't care.
True. Which is why I give them the benefit of the Lunar doubt.
I'll keep that in mind. Okay, Varghast, I'd like you to make a climb roll.
Okay. That is 6 under 45.
Oh, okay. So 6 under a 45 is a special. So let's talk about the climb skill and specials, because why not? A special result doubles the distance climbed to 10 meters or up a wall or 30 meters up a slope. So I'm not considering this a wall. I am considering it a slope. So what I'm going to say is you could clear 30 meters if that is your intent.
That would be my intent, yes.
Okay. So what we'll do is we will add a certain amount. So 3. So what's your movement?
8.
Okay. So you can only go 8 meters in a combat round. But you can see +1 for every 3. So 2. So I'll say by strike rank 5, you'll have reached the same level as these others are at. Say,
Okay.
maybe 5 or 6, give or take. But you are climbing, and you are climbing really well. So we'll go around and we'll have climb rolls from Faisal, and then from Alara as they continue their progress to the combatants.
14 under 40.
Okay. Yeah. You can certainly climb 15 meters, give or take.
I got 6 under 57.
657 is, I think, a special. Should be. Yep. So you'll be able to get up to them by the end of the round. And then you'll get to fight in the dark. That'll be fun. Okay. So y'all are moving, and that is going to complicate their shots a little bit. Target moving at an angle from the archer reduces the archer's chance of hitting by half. Yep. Okay, that we got one person's gonna get hit. Oof, that is a 98. That's brutal. Yeah, that's a fumble. Okay, so I have to deal with fumble. And then one more for the first portion of it. And that's a hit. So, Varghast, first one, and Varghast the second one. So let's see here. That's head.
At least I have a helmet.
I am really glad you have a helmet. Oh, that's not too bad. 2 damage.
No. I take it. Yeah.
You take it in the head. You take an arrow to the face. Bing! Probably everybody hears it probably too, because your armor is now is your helmet leather or is it?
No, it's
like brass,
or
bronze or whatever it is. Yeah, so everybody hears the telltale sign of an arrow hitting a metallic helmet. Oh, and the abdomen. Oh, the abdomen shot's only 2 too.
Nice.
So you get shot a couple times, but you now know that you're getting close. And I got to deal with that fumble because everybody loves a good fumble. We've already had one fumble.
We've had one fumble, yes, but what about second fumbles?
Yes. What about second fumbles? Oh, double aught. That's terrible. Blow it badly. Roll 3 times on this table and apply all 3 results.
Jeez.
Oh.
This person's dead. All right, so 63, twist, ankle, and fall. Apply the effects of 51 through 55 and 51 through 56. Okay, so they fall and lose all the parry attempts that they would have this round. They twist their ankle, they lose half movement for 5d10 rounds. But wait, I have 2 more rolls.
But wait, there's more.
So they're falling. Oh, I've rolled a 95. They're going to hit self and do rolled damage. So the arrow goes off. They deal themselves 5 damage. That's not possible. I'm going to re-roll that because that's not. You can't actually have to re-roll it because you can't roll that twice. All right, and then vision blocked, lose all attacks. Okay, yeah. So something happens, Alara, and you don't know what precipitated it, but you are suddenly beset upon by death itself in the form of a falling body. As someone falls like across basically right across your vision, like they fall right in front of you and they continue to fall like down the side of this, towards the floor. And they
Like,
are
hopefully not in front of me because I'm climbing, but like to the side.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Do I have to dodge them?
You do not have to dodge them.
Good.
So 10, 11.
Because my dodge sucks. So,
Oh, does it?
I mean, no, it's like at 75.
Okay.
It's not really, but
They are going to be incapacitated for some time. I'll just put it that way. So that is their first round of attacks. Now, technically speaking, Varghast, you're going to reach them because of your special. And so you have to draw a weapon.
Right.
Because I don't assume you're trying to climb with the broadsword in hand.
Not keeping my teeth.
So preparing a weapon is +5. So that would put you at 10. What is the strike rank of you when you're wielding a broadsword?
3.
Okay, so that will put you over 12. And so when you go over 12, that'll end up being a new round, which is fine. It's just good to know. And I have 2 more end of the round shots. One is missed. Faisal, these people are still shooting at you. But they both missed.
I don't know, that one that was in front of Alara. I mean, I think that is the Gloranthan definition of throwing the book at them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the double ought on a fumble is bad. Roll 3 times in this table and keep all of the results. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But that's what the fumble tables are for.
Yeah. Don't fumble.
All right. So round 3. Now we will get back to statements of intent. There's now 1 combatant on the right and 2 on the left. And y'all haven't done any direct damage to them yet.
There should be one on the left and 2 on the right.
Yes, you're right. 1 on the left and 2 on the right. Apologies. So, statements of intent.
Keep climbing.
Isana continues to very carefully and quietly continue to move back while stating out movement and placement. Except probably a little bit louder this time, just to make sure that amongst everything that at least Varghast and hopefully Faisal can still hear what she's saying.
Sure.
Finn's going to lay down some cover fire with the sling.
Cool. Love it. Cover fire.
Did I make it to the top at the last round?
You have, yes. You have made it to
Okay.
the top. And so now you and Arcat can act normally.
So I would have to prepare my bow that I brought with me.
Okay.
So is that a +5 to strike rank?
It is, because you got to take the bow out and get it ready.
Yep.
So it just
And
means that you'll
so-
go on strike rank 10, I think, because your bow is what? Is your bow 5?
I thought it was. I'm looking. No, because it's based on the arrows for the bow and not the bow itself. The bow itself doesn't have a strike
Oh,
rank.
right. Yeah. So it's however
So
many.
it's 10 then.
Yep. Okay. So you're on SR 10. You get to shoot on 10.
Okay.
Cool. Varghast, what are you doing?
I am going to attack.
On strike rank.
3.
Look at that. Love it. Faisal.
Still climbing, and I'm on a 1.
Oh, okay. So we'll keep you in mind, especially this round, because if you make a successful skill roll, you will be able to reach the combat. And so what we can do is, if you have that successful skill roll, we can add in whatever your weapon, your weapon strike rank is, and you can then act later in the round. Kind of what Alara is doing, except that she's got to get the bow out. Finn,
Yes. All right.
what you up to?
He is beginning to launch rock after rock with the sling up towards where the arrows seem to be mostly coming from.
Okay.
He obviously knows he doesn't have any targets, but he's really more just making them rethink just standing and shooting a bow.
Okay. So if you're going to fire and you want to have any sort of hope of hitting someone,
Yes.
you essentially are going to have your skill because of the lack of light.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Not a
You
problem.
can't get lucky.
Actually, 14 under 15
Okay. Fantastic.
because I have a 30 in
There you
sling.
go.
So
All right, good. Yeah, so go ahead and roll your hit location for me.
okay, hit location. I get to use my hit location dice. Somebody's getting it in the right arm.
I love it. So roll damage.
4.
Okay. Duly noted. Alrighty. So Faisal, give me a climb roll, please.
Okay, here we go. That is a 5.
Nice. Okay, so 5 is on a climb of what?
40.
That is definitely a special. So what I'd like you to do is tell me what weapon you want to use when you get there.
My broadsword.
Sweet. When you cast Blade Sharp on.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the strike rank of your broadsword?
2.
Okay.
2.
So 2. Add 5, so that's 7. So you make your roll on 1, and then on 8, you'll be able to move and then attack them with the broadsword. You got to pay 5 to get the weapon out. I will adjust your strike rank to 8. And so Varghast on 3.
All right, let's try to kill somebody here.
Okay. So before you roll, you are attacking someone effectively
In the dark.
in
yeah.
the dark.
Mhm.
Just so you know.
All right, that is 5 under 25.
Okay, that's a pretty good roll. Is that halved then?
Yes, that is halved.
So that's a special that you just rolled.
Right arm.
Okay. They're going to get a chance to evade you.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Right? Isn't that just a bugger? It may not be their day, though. So it is a special attack versus a failed parry. So the defender is going to take damage, and you are going to roll special damage. So slashing does double normal damage. Damage, bonus, or magical modifiers are applied normally. If hit location points are exceeded, target may be incapacitated. So I have to roll con. So what you're going to do is roll damage, then double it for me, and then see what happens.
That is, ouch. That is 17.
Oh, I'm definitely rolling con. Actually, I may not even have to. So you're going to exceed their armor points, you're going to exceed the limb hit points, and you're going to... I'm going to counter roll anyway, but I think you're going to exceed most of the chest. Yeah. Okay. So you chop into them, and you hear two things. You hear the bone in their arm break, and then you hear the sword, your broadsword, get trapped beneath basically muscle and rib. And you feel an immediate spray of hot blood on your face. That's your action.
All right.
How invigorating.
I always find that hot blood is pretty invigorating.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
I enjoy it.
the best facial for a warrior.
Perhaps.
The
Is
T-zone.
it good for the skin?
Flood in the T-zone. Okay. So, Faisal, you get shot at by the archer that is shooting... Because in my mind, you're on the same side that Alara is. Yes?
I think so.
Yeah. In my mind, that's where you're at. So thus, you are. You get shot at, but the arrow goes wide. And now you can tell from some of the other lights that are coming into the space here, the people who are left are getting backlit by some of the torches that the caravan people are beginning to bring out. So they've lost their, surprise element and the darkness element as well. So you can now see the person. The cool part about that, and why it's so cool, is that it's now strike rank 8. Your sword is in your hand, and you could actually do something about them shooting at you.
So we're going after them, and I don't have the darkness penalty anymore?
You do not.
Sweet. So with the plus 5% from Blade Sharp, that takes me up to a 70%.
It does.
And that is a 44 under 70.
Okay. So I am going to make a dodge roll. And that is 66 over their dodge of 60. So they do not dodge, which means you'll roll hit location.
Okay. Hit location. Ooh, fancy. Okay, that is the left arm.
Okay, left arm. So
Okay.
Blade Sharp adds what to damage as well?
Yeah, so it's normally 1d8 plus 3, no, plus 1, but then I add plus 3 to that, so it'll be 1d8 plus 4.
Sweet. Hand it out.
Okay, that is 7 plus 4, that's 11.
Okay. Yeah, you hack. And
And I should also note that one of my gifts is that I do double damage once the armor is pierced.
Okay, so hang on, I can do some math now. So you did how much original damage?
11.
11. So 7 pierces their armor. Or sorry, you have 7 left over after it pierces armor, which means you now do 14 based on what is left. So that will cripple their arm and then go through to their chest, and you'll pierce their chest armor as well. And I would imagine that your gift is going to just keep continuing to go. And so you'll do four damage to their chest, having pierced through their arm and their chest piece in one hit. That's a big ouchie.
I'm chanting a prayer to Humoct as I fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could be chanting. It could be you literally just screaming for justice. I think that what you see out of all of this, Alara, is certainly Faisal is a capable martial combatant, as any warrior of Humoct would be. But you're going to look from Arcat like, are you being serious right now? Get it like a, what? That didn't just happen. But it's now your action on 10.
Yeah, so I've loaded an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to shoot it right now too? Okay.
Yeah, the reload would
I didn't know
cost you
if I-
5. You won't get a second shot, but you'll get this one.
For the reload, anyways, that'll be next time. Next time. All right. Get an 80 over 55.
Okay. Your shot goes wide. Faisal, you don't even notice the arrow that passes like across your back behind you. You're way too tunnel visioned right now into this fight. And so, for our remaining 1.5 opponents, I will say I would like statements of intent. I think the intent that I will give both Faisal and Vargast, who are in the thick of it, is it appears that your combatants are going to try to flee. Best of luck to them. But you, Lysana, are seeing as your fellow Heraborn and others hit these, engage directly with these people, you're seeing their auras begin to dwindle very quickly. Like whatever's going on out there is real bad for whoever was on those hills.
Does just a clarification? Does she see our auras too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. You bet.
All right.
You bet. And I would argue for the idea that especially two people who have been, say, close, she likely knows your aura very well.
Mm-hmm.
And so she could probably pretty easily pick you out of a crowd. You can tuck that away later and maybe use it, but I like the idea that
Commingling of auras.
well,
as it were.
certainly. I mean, yeah, you
There was
bet.
definitely a commingling.
That's what they say.
So yes, I would probably be able to pick it. And besides, with what is going on, your aura and probably even Faisal's aura are probably very strong right now because you are fully
Right.
engaged with what you're doing. And they're not doing so well. So I would probably be able to notice both of them probably rather clearly versus the attackers.
Okay. So, if your intent is to continue to stay on, in effect, monitor radar duty, that is a totally viable situation down here on the ground. There isn't so far any other additional combatants that are coming that you're seeing, my son. You're not seeing any more auras, which is good.
Well, yeah, but I will continue to check because the last thing we need is for that to go down and then like more to show up over the ridge at daybreak or something.
Yeah, certainly. If you want to, if on your action you want to give me a scan roll, that seems totally
Yes.
reasonable. Vargas, statement of intent.
All right. I'm going to put my boot in this guy's chest, kick him off my sword.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I mean that's just more cinematics than anything.
Right. And then I'm going to do like an overhand chop with a leap at the other guy.
Okay. Certainly. Sounds fantastic. You'll go on your broadsword, which is 3.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And then I'll go to Alara.
Yeah, I guess I'll ready my bow and arrow again, just in case.
Yeah, so you'll go on, what, 5?
I'm gonna load up for 2 arrows this time, just in case. So that'll be, is it +5 for each arrow?
Yeah, so you'll go on, you essentially, so the way I do it with Finn is the strike rank of his sling is 1. And so he can reload. The reload costs him 5. And then he has to pay after he reloads to act again. So he goes on 1, he reloads with 5, that's on 6. He can go again on 7. He can't go a third time because after he reloads a third time, he's on 12 and there is no 13. It's like that's why like the the bow does have, like any other weapon, should have a base. It would be based off your dex strike rank.
The bow itself doesn't have a strike rank. It's automatically just a +5, but it's got the SMR.
Yeah, it just means you can shoot as many
so
missiles as you can.
Right.
You can afford to, right? So,
under +5 strike ranks for each, I thought.
Yeah, so the way it should work is, at least my understanding of it is, or I should say the way we will play it is, what is your dex strike rank? Is it 2?
My dex
Yeah,
strike rank is 3.
Okay, so you have 3. You're going to pay 5 to load the bow, which means you're going to go on 8.
8. And then to reload it
Is 5 more. That's 13.
13. Okay.
So you'll get 1 shot around with your bow,
Okay.
which if that's what you want, is totally cool. So I'll ask you the other question, which is, do you want Arcat to get involved?
Actually, I do. He can just do, I would just have him go in and do, just claw it. Actually, let's use rip.
Yeah. So what's Arcat's...
It's a strike rank 8.
Strike rank. Okay, so he goes on 8 at the same time. Okay, cool. And then Faisal.
Important question. Can I tell that the guy I'm engaged with is trying to run away? Because that's going to affect what I intend to do.
Can you tell that he's going to run away? So his statement of intent is to... It appears like he does not have the heart to fight anymore. Mostly because you've carved into his chest. Like, this combatant is not a... he doesn't seem to be a frontline armorsman. He's likely some type of brigand or thief that shoots people, whatever the case may be. He's not decked out in heavy armor. That's not what he's for.
Okay. So I'm going to attempt to hold him from fleeing, but I am not going to kill him, because if he's disengaging, that would be dishonorable.
Okay. We'll see how that all plays out. And then Finn.
Finn is going to, same as last round, reload and continue to lay down cover fire, because it seemed to work pretty well last time. So
Okay. Yeah, so you'll go on, 6?
my sling
one and
is
6?
Yeah, 1 and 6. Yep.
1 and 6. Yep. Okay. So go ahead.
84 on the first one, so it goes wide. It's bouncing off a rock
It
somewhere.
certainly does. Okay. You fire, the rock goes wide. And then Vargast on 3.
Yay. Okay, let's see what I can do here. 13 under 50.
And that's it. Let me try to dodge. Oh, no, we failed very badly. That's a 70 on dash to roll damage.
Right leg. And that will be 14 on the right leg.
Okay, so you cut into his right leg and you crush it, essentially. So he will not be able to flee on his action. He will be on the ground, face down, likely incapacitated for some time. And more blood spray. So Faisal's not attacking. And is the idea then for you to grab the opponent to stop him from fleeing?
Essentially, I'm going to yell yield and grab onto him.
All right, to me, that sounds like an unarmed attack. So unarmed attack is going to operate a little bit differently than your normal attack would. So a grapple is a special type of thing that you can do. Looks like it happens on strike rank 4. The reason why this matters is because if you're going to grapple this person, it may prevent or it may add to the cinematics of Alara shooting them, because y'all are on the same person. So I'm going to have you make an unarmed roll.
That is an 8.
Oh, okay. Wow. So
Humoct is with me.
certainly Humoct is with you. He's certainly inside some others as well. 25. So no special. That is a success. So I will attempt to dodge if that's possible. It is not in this case. So you grab hold of this person on 4. You have a hold of them. You don't do any damage, but you are certainly in hand-to-hand combat with them. Okay, that's on 4. So on 8, Arcat and Alara go. And so my question is, you have already sent Arcat to fuck this person up, to slash, rip, and tear a la Doom. And Faisal has a hold of them. So are you saying to the cat, are you going to let the cat do its thing?
Well, how does Faisal have a hold of them again?
I would imagine that Faisal is a fairly large individual, right? This person is not as large as Faisal is. And so when they turn to try to get away, I'm imagining Faisal sort of just grabs them like bodily by like the shoulders and probably puts them in a form of a headlock, right? As a warrior of Humak, they would be well trained in the art of hand-to-hand combat. So they would go for a way to debilitate the person. So an arm around their neck, and then probably reinforced with the other, hand. I'm happy to let Faisal explain how they're going to grab that person.
Yeah, so I've got him in a headlock and just kind of wrapped my arms around their neck and shoulders, so I'm holding them. But I've had to turn slightly so their back is to you. So not my back, but the person who I'm grappling.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way I'm having to hold them and keep them still.
Right.
No, I'd still let our cat or let it ride. They know who Faisal
All right,
is.
so go ahead and make an attack for your cat.
It's a 22 under 80.
So 80, it's not a special.
Its damage is 3d6.
So go ahead and roll hit location first.
Okay. Their head.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Faisal. And then damage. It's a lame 9.
9 to the head. So, you see an enormous and reared up shadow cat descend upon this person who you are trying to grapple and hold down and hold for questioning. In doing so, their head appears in the perfect arc for this shadow cat's. You said it's a rip attack, right? Yeah, so it's a rip attack. So it's the front claws come up, and this shadow cat bats the side of their head with a strong paw. And when it does, this person's wearing 0 head armor. And you watch like this person's face get ripped off. They lose a nose, a cheek, a bunch of teeth fall out, and their head sort of deflates like a whoopee cushion a little bit. You can feel the neck snap while you're holding them. That's a 9 damage to the head is a lot of damage. Most people don't have 9 hit points in their head. So you can think on that, and we'll get back to you in a minute. I think that's the end of all of them, if memory serves.
Sounds about right.
So we will leave the strike rank rounds. The auras have dimmed, many of them. One of the auras, which you can only assume is probably Alara's cat, is really strange to look at because it doesn't appear humanoid in any way, shape, or form. It sort of lopes from spot to spot. The caravans stop, right? Everything comes to a halt while the cleanup begins. Several people have been shot. Some people are hurt. So what are you all doing now?
I look at Alara. Why didn't you call it off? He was helpless. He was a prisoner. Why didn't you call it off?
Because they wouldn't have given us the same respect. And I don't control our cat.
Oh, you don't? You didn't give it any order or anything to come rushing in like that? Sure. He was disarmed. He was a prisoner.
Is he wearing red?
No.
What are they wearing?
They're wearing mostly like browns, maybe a little bit of blue, some other brass, etc., bronze paint. In fact, if you didn't know it any better as you look down at the sort of damaged body that's here, these runes look like, well, Orlanthi runes.
Well, they attacked us unprovoked.
That doesn't give us the right to kill someone who's helpless. He was restrained. And I'm just going to turn my back on her.
Okay.
Head back down, carefully, covered in blood.
Yep. Anybody else?
Finn will begin checking the members of the caravan to make sure everyone is okay. Since I think he might... Is he the only one still with the caravan?
Lysana's still there?
Yeah, Lysana's still there.
Yeah, I've only moved back probably to the first wagon that would have given me some cover. But at this point, once I saw the auras kind of snuff out on either side and could reasonably assess that the ones left were from our group, then she'd come out. I'd come out and just do another quick scan, look around, make sure, see what's going on, and then. Yeah. So I'm more out in the open now.
Astra comes back forward and says, "Ugly business." He looks at one of the fallen men that fell off the side. Looks like he's not only fallen off and broken his legs and neck, but he's been somehow shot by an arrow. You have no idea how that happened. He looks down and says, "No, it's unfortunate. These are Kolomar tribe people who've obviously fallen on hard times."
I don't know. It seems like they found some way to keep themselves busy. It seems as though they've accepted the consequences of their actions.
Be that as it may, we must do the right thing and bury them. We cannot leave bodies on the road here.
Well, fair enough.
See to your wounds. I'll find some extra shovels to bring up for our people.
Fair enough.
I bring the bodies down from my side.
Yeah.
Or basically kick the bodies down.
Yeah. That's probably a little bit more. Well, I'm not sure the Humok likes that, but it is what it is at this point. So Alara says. Yeah. For those of you sort of doing anything to do with the burial portion of it, it's less digging into any sort of dirt. It's more like finding some rocks and covering their bodies with it, because it's really the best you're going to be able to do in this circumstance. It's hard to keep the one person that you attacked. It's hard to keep them really in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some pretty gruesome stuff that goes on. But it gives us an opportunity to ask both perhaps Faisal and perhaps Lysana what they might do in regards to the dead and how they might view treating the bodies of fallen combatants.
Well, I'm taking care of the ones that are the two that are up on the top of the cliff, because I'm not going to throw them over.
No?
Disrespect the dead, no. And so I lay them out respectfully, put their weapons in their hands. These are still Sartorites, even if they turn to the wrong. And I say a prayer over each of them, asking Humok to take them as he takes all. And I will bury them up on the top of the slope here.
Okay. Is anyone helping Faisal bury them?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Finn will watch.
You're going to watch? Okay. Cool. Yes, Lysana.
Lysana will see if she can round up a few able-bodied folks from the caravan.
There's a man in the caravan would help you do anything you needed.
I round up a few able-bodied that are not currently busy attending to other needs, and help direct the burial, the covering of the ones that were brought to our level of the ground, one way or the other. And as they are kind of properly covered over, we'll call upon Arnalda to take these warriors, wannabe warriors, these that have tried to defend themselves with all they had into her, and hold their bones close. May their souls go to where their souls may need to and are expected to go, whether that is to Orlanth or otherwise. And may they be at peace in their decisions in life, and may they rest well in death as they fought to the end.
You ask the mother to take them back, to take them home, invariably where all worthy dead go. I wonder how Faisal views the burial.
Faisal sees it as a necessary thing and a good thing to do. You don't leave your own people unburied. You don't leave the dead out for the carrion, for birds, for prey animal or the predator animals to eat. You respect the dead, no matter who they are.
Lysana's, when she's doing this, is noticeably almost warm, with almost a motherly feel, tone and feel to the spirit of what she's doing. I guess as a mother would pass on, if to letting her child go, it's almost that kind of feel and spirit to it, which would be noticeable, especially with Faisal watching, versus how she has approached the death to the Lunars. This is true, like, caring, and almost there is a sense of almost more, there's a bit of mourning to it, that a human life has been lost, but hopefully will find peace wherever, as the mother takes them back into her embrace, and maybe if and when the time comes and it is seen as proper, they shall return to this plane and walk amongst us again.
It's about as nice of a ceremony that 30 minutes can have. It's difficult to think about what these men might have been doing a month, 2 months, 6 months, maybe a few years ago. You clearly fought men who were not eating well, but were pushed to do certain things. And that is behind you now. Aster asks to press on, as there's no way to make camp here.
Let's move on. We're unlikely to run into more trouble in the squeeze here.
And so you do. And you press on for another few hours. The darkness continues until dawn and the coming of dawn. And just down the way, right there off the road, an idyllic village awaits. Apple Lane. A village we will meet next episode. So thank you for listening to another episode of Adventures in Dragon Pass. Our RuneQuest series continues, and we look forward to seeing all the things that we can get up to in Apple Lane. Thank you to my amazing players, and good night.